Hello and welcome to 40 Entrepreneur Drive. My name is Kenya. Thank you for tuning in to my channel again. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon in October. I think it's the 21st today. Beautiful weather here today in Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. It's cool with a very light breeze, and I think it's like 65 degrees or something like this. So it's a perfect day for a garage sale. But as you can see, I do not have things set up. I'm kind of garage saled out. The last 2 weeks I was conducting a garage sale and basically pulling everything out of my eBay inventory, from what you see here to the far back wall where I have my really good stuff. And I had been pulling some things out to sell, and I just kind of need a break. I took a break over the weekend. I did not open up Friday or Saturday, which are the best days for garage sales, but since I had been going nonstop the last 2 weeks, I just wanted to get out of my garage. But anyways, I've got my stuff still kind of set up in a way that all I really have to do is shift everything over to this wall. I've got a half a rack and a table back there that's set up, and some other stuff. All I have to do is like shift it over and then put some things actually out in my driveway to get set up. But I just don't have it in me today, which was making me think. So I want very much to work for myself, to be my own boss. And I always talk about how I would prefer to actually, work from home. Well, since I've been on strike from my employer, which will remain unnamed, I've had a very good taste of what it's like to have to make my own income and work from home. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I have been keeping up with my eBay sales, which have been small but consistent. A few sales here and a few sales there. $50 or less a week is what I'm getting there, depending on what someone buys. So that's been pretty consistent, but a very small amount. And then keeping up with my Facebook Marketplace slash garage sale slash Craigslist, basically open house that I've been having here. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy it when I'm making money. I enjoy it when people are actually stopping by and making purchases and, fulfilling the transaction, because there's lots and lots and lots of people asking, is this available? Is it still available? Is it still available? Sigue disponible? Está disponible? Do you still have it? Is it available? And there's like lots of actual action on it. Like lots of eyes are being seen on it. I can tell from Facebook that they'll tell you at the bottom how many people have looked at your things. But there's a much smaller amount of people actually coming through to pick up and pay me and give me money so I can pay my bills. So when I don't have people coming through and I'm just out here, I'm being pretty productive. I'm still cleaning up and resorting and reorganizing my inventory, doing a little bit of purging. Like right here, I've got a section of items that I'm not gonna spend any more time on this stuff. This is basically free stuff that I listed, and I hope they don't take my crates, because I do want my crates. But I got some items here that I'm purging out and just cleaning out, and I am being productive. So I'm doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I've been thinking to myself, like, man, if this was my actual job, would I be happy doing this? Because ever since I started this channel, it's been all about entrepreneurship, having my own business, making my own money, and ultimately being able to work from home. I'm a homebody. I like being at home. I don't really, it's not that I don't like my job, which I don't like my job. It's not only that, it's just that my personality and my comfort level, I don't even go out for fun. I don't go out for fun. I don't go out for socializing. I'm really a homebody. So home is where I feel the most comfortable. But the last 5 weeks, this is week 5 now. The last 5 weeks, a month and a week being at home has actually given me a taste of what it's like. And it made me wonder, like, is this what it's like to be retired? I was thinking that, like, is this what it's like to be retired, where I don't have a job to go to, or I don't have anywhere to be? So I'm just home and I'm just making the best of it. And, I'm doing my own thing, which in many ways is great. I'm spending time with my family. I'm working on my own personal projects. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. But once the novelty of that wears off, it's kind of like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do while I'm waiting for something to happen? And while I'm making something happen, even when you're making something happen, it doesn't automatically happen. And sometimes when you put something in motion, you have to wait for it to develop. So what do I do while I'm waiting for that thing to develop or waiting for something to happen? And yeah, it's just been a really interesting experience. It's been a really interesting experience. Some of my coworkers, those who do not have a side hustle, those who didn't go out and get a job while we're on strike, a lot of them are just sitting around and watching TV. How do I know this? Because when I'm on the strike line with them on the picket line and we're sitting there talking, catching up and seeing, what's going on with each other, a lot of them are like, well, I'm just binge watching TV. I'm just hanging out with my family. I'm not really doing too much of anything. A couple of people are like me, like being productive and cleaning up and cleaning out their closet, doing spring cleaning or fall cleaning or whatnot, getting their garage together. Just basically making up for lost time, because we do work so much overtime. There's not a lot of time for house upkeep, relationship upkeep, personal upkeep sometimes, and things like that. So most people are just kind of watching TV and vegging out, which is, I'm not criticizing, but I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. It's just not a thing for me. I do watch YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I love YouTube. I've been on YouTube since it came out. I love documentaries. Right now, language learning is my big thing. So for the last couple years, I'm not fluent at all, so don't ask me to say anything other than Spanish, but I've been really, really interested in learning about Japan and Japanese language. So in my own free time, I'm reading my Japanese books. I'm watching my Japanese channels and listening to my Japanese podcast. So, I mean, that part is good and fun. If I'm not here at home, I'm at the library hanging out, doing the same thing. Because sometimes when I'm at home, just being here makes me feel kind of lackadaisical, just really unmotivated, lethargic. Like today, I'm really supposed to be cleaning out more of this stuff, but just being here, and I don't know if it's just being here or being by myself, or because I don't have customers coming in and out. I just feel really unmotivated to do anything. So a lot of times if I want to do something like studying, or if I want to do something on a computer, I will make myself get up and go out to my local library. That way, at least I'm in a different environment and I'm more productive. I'm actually on the computer doing what I'm supposed to be doing, whether it's research, whether it's listening to the podcast or whatnot. But anyways, I just thought that was an interesting observation for someone who really wants to work from home. I really do. And now that I'm really home, am I, one, as satisfied as I think I would be? I'm not satisfied because I'm not making money, so no. But one, do I have the same amount of satisfaction just from being at home and being in my comfort level? Two, am I as productive as I thought I would be? Three, am I enjoying the free time either with my family or with my pastimes and hobbies and things like that as I thought I would be? And I gotta be honest, I'm not taking advantage of the time as much as I thought I would be. So the one thing I have been doing is spending a lot of time with my daughter, because I'm here and she's kind of a homebody too. So we're kind of hanging out in the room together. But she's on her phone, I'm on my phone. We're just kind of on our phones together, separately but together, doing our own thing. We really don't go out. Money is part of that. I don't have money to actually do things, right now with me not having an income. But okay, well, I'll take that back. We are bonding more and we're spending more time together, because if I was at work, I'd be complaining more about, I'm tired, I need to rest, just let me take my nap or whatever, because I work night shift. So I need to sleep while she's at school. But if I don't sleep while she's at school, then when she comes home, I need to sleep. So I have spent more time with her. I have been somewhat more productive. I have been focusing mostly on my business, but I think another problem of mine is I go all in, like I go really, really hard, and then I kind of burn myself out. So I don't really pace myself. So the first couple of weeks, like I said, I was in my garage here every single day. Even my daughter said, "Mom, nobody comes to a garage sale in the middle of the week." Well, she was a little bit right. But I was still posting things on Facebook, Marketplace, still posting things on Craigslist, still posting a little bit on eBay, but mostly on Facebook because I knew that if people saw it, they would come. I would have cash money. I'd be able to pay my bills. So I went all in. I went all in. I went all in. Now I'm like, I need a break. I need to get out of this garage. I need to get out of this house. I need a little bit of sunshine, which is great for me to have this garage door open like this. I'm actually getting more sunshine than normal, but I'm just evaluating how my dream life is actually lining up with reality right now. So I just thought that was interesting to share. One thing that I'm disappointed, really disappointed in myself as far as all this time that I've got, two things that I'm disappointed in myself for not doing. One, reading more. All those business books that I purchased and hadn't had time to read. One, I'm not reading more, and two, I haven't gone to church except for yesterday, which was kind of a fluke because of the new friend that I met since being out. My strike partner slash new friend slash mentor. He goes to a local church, and yesterday morning I went to give blood plasma, which is something I've been doing for the last couple of weeks to supplement my income, and it makes me really, really tired. And I know when I got done donating the blood plasma, I was kind of gonna be wiped out for the day. He wanted to meet up with me to give me one of his books. I talked about that before. He's an author. He wrote the book Real Love, Deep in the Heart of Texas. I'm checking out this bumblebee that just flew through, and I actually did an interview with him, so I will be editing that in the next couple of days. But anyways, I did the interview with him like 2 days ago. He told me that the following day he wanted to give me the book, and I knew since I gave that blood plasma I was going to be wiped out. I was just not going to be good. So I said, why don't I follow up with him, go to his church? And so that's what I did. Right after I gave the blood plasma, took about 2 hours, I headed out that way. I attended church service, which is something I hadn't done in months, several months. Wow, like maybe a year. And then I was able to actually meet up with him after service and then pick up the book so that I could, he wanted me to read the book. So anyways, outside of yesterday, I haven't been to church. And one of my biggest reasons / excuses for not going to church is working midnights. It's in me to stay up all night. It's in me to stay up all night, and you can't just flip back and forth like that for one day. So for me to go to work at Friday night, wake up, get off at Saturday morning, I have to go to sleep Saturday in the daytime, and then stay up all night Saturday. Well, you would think it would be easy to stay up all night Saturday night and then go straight to church. Not really. Once 6, 7, 8 o'clock hits, I'm ready to lay back down. So that's been my excuse / reason for me not going to church. But for the past 5 weeks, I've been on a normal sleep schedule, and I still haven't gone to church. And I still haven't been reading the books that I said I was going to read. And I haven't really talked with my family on the phone as much because I'm usually missing them because of the time differences, me being asleep when they're awake and being awake when they're asleep. So anyways, that just makes me really question some things, and just reflect on what's really going on and what I need to do to make things happy and satisfactory in my life. Because if I no longer have the job as an excuse of why I can't enjoy life, then it's got to be me. If I am home and here having the opportunity to make a living from home and I'm not doing it, or it's not working out, or I'm getting burned out already, again, that falls on me. So yeah, just been thinking about that the last couple of days. Everything that I ever wanted to accomplish by working from home, I really have not been doing since I've been home. Have any of you had that type of experience where you had an opportunity, either you left your job, you were let go from your job, you went back to school, or you were able to live so that somebody else was helping you or supporting you, so that you had all this time and opportunity to do this one thing or these couple of things? And if so, how did that work out? Were you able to accomplish those things once you had more time, or did you discover that there was more to it? I'm very interested in hearing your story and hearing your comments or feedback on my story, and look forward to the interview that I have coming up. It's going to take me a couple of days to edit because we were talking for about an hour and a half. And for each hour or two of video that you take, it takes about an hour or two of time to actually edit and process it so that it's a nice and clean video for people to enjoy and watch. But in either case, keep an eye out for that one. And right now I'm just going to head out to the QT Quick Trip Station. I don't like energy drinks, but I've just been so... I'm drinking water. I'm drinking plenty of water, and I eat salads along with my food. So I'm eating sort of kind of healthy, but I just need a kick in the butt. I need a kick in the butt, and I need a kick in the brain cells to kickstart me and get going. So I'm gonna go grab me I think it's called Celsius. I think that's one of the healthier ones. Maybe I might get a little Red Bull. I don't know, but I'm gonna get me a Celsius just to kind of which is supposed to be an all-natural type of healthy alternative to energy drinks, so I can get some work done. It's almost 1 o'clock. In a couple of hours, my daughter comes home, and once she's home, it's a done deal. We're kind of like doing our own thing there. Anyways, thank you for watching and letting me catch up with you guys. What's going on with me? I am now in week 5 of strike week. So I'm not back to work from the employer, which will remain unnamed, because when I do go back to work, I don't ever want them to have a reason to let me go because of me saying something that they feel is inappropriate, or I just don't want to have any issues with the job until I am on my own and actually able to work from home and support myself and do it in a way that is sustainable. I just need to be really careful. That's why I don't mention the name of my job. But if you watch the news and kind of know what's going on, you could probably figure it out. But yeah, week 5, no work, no income. I do get strike pay. I do get $250 a week for walking the picket line. That's my duty, and that's my incentive to do so. I won't say compensation, but that is our incentive to support and make sure we're out there and representing. But $250 is not enough. And if I do get a job, it's really difficult because people don't want to hire someone knowing that they may quit and go back to their full-time job. So people that know where we work, they sometimes don't hire us because they want to make employment available for people who actually do need a job. And then 2, we have to be very careful about not earning too much, because if we earn too much, it will block or cancel out our strike pay. Kind of like, I guess, where welfare benefits. If you make so much, you either get your welfare benefits cut off or decreased. So it's a really weird thing right now. This is what I'm doing to make my muscle. This is what I'm doing to make my income, and donating blood. So it's tough. It's real tough right now, but I'm making it. I said all that to say, I don't remember what I was trying to say. Again, I'm kind of tired and sleepy, and being around the house is not what I thought it was going to be. So in either case, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to head out here, grab me an energy drink, and get some more sunshine so I can come back and do some productive things like edit the video. I'm pretty sure you guys will really enjoy the interview I have with Homer Sargent. Homer Sargent is the author of Real Love, Deep in the Heart of Texas. I mentioned him before in a couple other videos. He is my new friend and also my mentor, and I am very happy to have had the opportunity to talk with him. So anyways, let me get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.